Our team was there with a delegation, including the South Sudanese oil minister, when they came under fire. Bombs were dropped on the area while South Sudan's forces fired back using anti-aircraft guns. And Al Jazeera's team were forced to hide in a trench with South Sudanese forces during the aerial bombardment. Nazanin Moshiri and her colleagues fled the area. They sent us this report as soon as they reached safety.
We've just come back from the border with Sudan, and there were Antonov planes, also MiGs, flying high up above, and the South Sudanese were using artillery to respond to them. Now, this is an area rich in oil, and since January, the South Sudanese have stopped oil production, they say, because of a dispute between Khartoum. But what is clear from reporting in this area in the last week or so, that the tensions are rising between the two sides. There are bombings not only on a daily basis, there have also been clashes as well close to the border. We have seen what we have been told are the dead bodies of Sudanese soldiers who were caught up in the fighting. Now, there is a build-up of troops on both sides, not only here in the Unity State, but also on the Sudanese side of the border. And unless politicians sit down and talk soon in Addis Ababa, there is real fear that conflict could start again here.
Well, Paul Moorcraft is the director of the Centre for Foreign Policy Analysis in London.
It's a case of sleepwalking into war. I don't think either North or South want a formal war, because it's going to be different. There's been fighting for 50 years, but now it's a state in the north, a state in the south. Already other countries are mobilizing to their support, so there could be a major regional war. So I don't think anybody wants it, because the north needs the oil from the south, the oil in the south needs to be sold. It is absolutely crazy. So what worries me is that there could be an accidental regional war. One of the perhaps positive factors, which nobody can actually finalize, is the fact the Chinese need the oil desperately from the south and sold through the north. So the Chinese are very influential, particularly as they've played a major role in Darfur, and that's another issue. The Darfur war is hotting up because troops from Darfur are taking part in the conflict. So why is it happening? It's a kind of, in the north, Khartoum it feels enough is enough. It's given away a third of the country. There's a sort of a bloody-mindedness in Khartoum. In the south as well, they've cut off their own oil, which cuts off their own nose to spite their face. So it is a crazy situation, and the military are kind of taking over. There's an accidental escalation